It's your favorite hood priestess. It's your favorite motivational dominatrix. It's your favorite auntie, captain, goddess, king in the place to be. And I want to welcome you back to my channel. It's Sunday and it's 12:12, so you know what that means. It's time for a little Sunday service, a little spiritual tea session, if you will. I have my witch's brew, aka my tea. I've got my cards, my crystals, and my affirmation box. So it's time to get all into it, darlings. How are you, darlings? How are you? How are you? How are you? I want to say shout out to Amanda, my good friend Amanda, for hooking this up for my birthday. My witch's brew, teacup. Fitting. Absolutely fitting. Absolutely fitting. So you're going to see a lot of this cup on, what is it that we do over here? Spilling the tea on Spiritual Sundays. Hello, you wonderful people. It's good to see you all. It's good to see you all. I am feeling myself. I hope you are feeling yourself. This is the first Sunday of the new year. Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year. Let me grab my rose quartz water, my rose water in this piece. Yes. Magical tip, rose water is a really good grounding tool. Okay, not only is it refreshing, it's good for the skin, it helps to cool you down, but rose water is derived from rose, so this is a good, it helps you bring in the essence of love, but also this is a good grounding tool. So FYI, hello people, hello. I love you, yes I do. I'm obviously feeling myself, and I hope you're feeling yourselves as well. Let's get this party started, okay? You know what's up. It's Sunday service. It's spiritual tea session. So I'm going to introduce you to this process for those of you who are new. If you are new here, then I'm going to explain how this goes. If you are not new here, if you're not new to this, you're true to this, then you just bear with me, okay? You just bear with me as I break it down for the newbies, because we got to make sure our virgins are well prepared to take this ride with us, honey. Yes. So this is a reading. I use tarot cards and oracle cards. These are the cards I'm going to be using today. We've got the tried and true, the oldie and the goodie, the Goddess Oracle deck. We also have the message from our animal guides deck. We also will be using the Osho Zen deck, and we're going to be using the Carolyn Myss deck as well. Okay, that's that. I also bring my crystals. I'm always surrounded at any given moment. At any given time, I am surrounded by my Lawa. I am surrounded by my strong ancestors. I am an army of 20,000, baby, all in one. But when I do these readings on Sundays, I bring my rock friends. So we've got some citrine. Citrine is a really good manifestation stone, as well as a stone to help you manage negative energy. We have got my black kyanite. I absolutely love this kyanite. It's so wonderful to me, and it reminds me of an arrow. It gets straight there to the point. I also have some tiger's eye in the place to be, okay, to, bring in the essence of that prosperity. We have some labradorite, a great grounding stone for me. And last but not least, we have got some crackle quartz, which is also a good stone to help manage and dissipate the negativity around, okay? Now, you know how I do my readings, and one of the big component of my regular readings is my affirmation box. Yes, darling. As seen in my affirmation ASMR series, which I am so excited to bring you much more of. Hello. This is the affirmation box. This box is filled with affirmations, parts of poems, parts from the Bible, from the Quran, from other things, positive things that we should be saying to ourselves. So I'm going to choose at random from this here box, and I'm going to fill up my cup. I'm going to say the affirmation, and then I want you to, repeat that affirmation. We're going to do a little African call and response, if you will. Hello, my loves. It is good to see all of you. Alondra, everyone. Hey, baby. How are you? Hello, Bree. Hey, baby. So if you are tuned in live, I am so grateful you made it. I'm thankful you're here and you are exactly where you need to be. If you are actually tuned to this after it has been recorded, you too are where you need to be and you caught this at the right time. I appreciate y'all's support. Make sure you like and subscribe, okay? And hit the notifications for all on my channel, all right? Make sure you do that. And last but not least, let's talk about reciprocity. If you feeling this, if you're feeling me, if you like what I'm doing, if you like what you see, make sure you let me know verbally. I always love when you let me know in the comments that you like what I'm doing, that you're feeling it, that it resonated. And also feel free to show your financial appreciation because this, my friends, is labor. This is inspirational labor. It is community labor. It is spiritual labor. So we want to, in 2021 and beyond, not cannibalize the work of Black women and femmes, okay? What we want to do is show appreciation and financial support for the work of Black women and femmes. Black women and friends, baby. That's right. So my Cash App is LadySpeech. The Venmo is LadySpeech Sankofa. And the PayPal is LadySpeechSankofa@gmail.com. If you benefit from this, feel free to donate if you got it, baby. All right. And I appreciate you. Shout out to all of you who do the 222s. I appreciate the $3.33. I appreciate the $10, the $11.11, the $12.12, the $21.21s, the $50.50s, all of that. All of that. I love it all. I love it all. Now, let's get into it. Your first reading of 2021 from me, that is, from your favorite auntie, Captain Goddess Speech. Grab your water, grab your tea, grab your witch's brew. Put me in the corner, get to your cleaning, put your headphones in, or put me on speaker. Put me on the phone, connect me to the Bluetooth in your car and take a ride, baby. Take a ride, baby. And just kick back, relax, and let me give you a little bit of spiritual counsel for this week. All right, all right. It's time to spill some spiritual tea. But first, I gotta sip my real tea. Stay hydrated in this bitch, because I talk a lot. Okay. Also, you just gotta stay hydrated because I'm juicy, and I like to stay juicy. And the key to staying juicy and supple is water. Water! Hydration! Let's get it in. 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 I'm in carnival. I'm having carnival. Let me put some rose water. Yes. Baptize myself. All right. Let's get it started, okay? We're going to begin with the Goddess Oracle, and we're coming out strong. Derja. Boundaries. Boundaries are your friend. Boundaries will keep you safe. Boundaries will help guard your sanity. Boundaries will help you out in business and in personal life. You know who gets boundaries? Everybody gets a boundary. Mama get a boundary. Daddy get a boundary. Girlfriend get a boundary. Boyfriend get a boundary. Husband get a boundary. You get a boundary. Kids get a boundary. The dog get a boundary. Boundaries are your friends. Say it with me. Boundaries are my friends. Say it again. Boundaries are my friend. Say it again. Boundaries are my friend. Respect your boundaries. Set your boundaries. Boundaries are your friends, okay? Quit letting people run over your boundaries, okay? It's not loving to let people run over your boundaries, okay? And everybody needs boundaries. Children need boundaries. Spouses need boundaries, okay? Boundaries are where it's at, all right? I am a polyamorous person, okay? So boundaries are really, really important in all of my relationships to make sure everyone is safe, okay? Boundaries are going to make sure that you are taken care of, all right? Also, this is a reminder to respect the boundaries of others, okay? We are living through the pandemic. At this point, it's officially been a year, my loves. Jesus Christ Almighty on the cross. Congratulate yourself for surviving. But we're going to need boundaries in order to keep moving forward in good ways, okay? So express your boundaries. Don't let people, energetic vampires, don't let them run over your boundaries. Now, I'm going to say this about boundaries. You are going to be called to bitch when you start setting boundaries. People who like to railroad or use people or abuse people don't like it when people set boundaries. So expect a pushback. Expect for people not to like you. Expect people to start talking mess, okay? Expect it, because people don't like it when you set boundaries, okay? When people want to take advantage of you, when they want to do what they want to do to you, they don't want to respect that. But you know what you got to do? Set them boundaries. Respect them boundaries. Respect them boundaries. Set them boundaries. Set them boundaries. Respect them boundaries. Respect them. Okay? Set them. Okay? This is going to make sure you start this year strong. You continue this year strong. And you just have healthy relationships. Boundaries are the spine to good relationships. Okay? All right. Creativity, E-Shell. Yes, it's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good. Yes, it's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's 2021. So let's move into this new energy with newness and lightness. But please, children, the Coco Roro is still out there. Okay, things are still messed up. We're moving into this year in the midst of change. We are not here to reclaim anything that we lost a year ago. We're here to heal ourselves, to repair ourselves, to move forward in creating a new destiny, a new dawn, a new future. But also things are wild out in these streets. People still don't have adequate access to the money that they need to survive. Folks is out here dying. Folks is out here dealing with death. They're dealing with evictions. Lots of things are afoot. The uprisings are still a thing. Black people are still being murdered. There are still missing and murdered Indigenous women across the Americas, from Canada through Mexico, all throughout the United States. This is still crazy times that we're living in. So art saves lives. Repeat after me. Art saves lives. Eshell has come to remind us that creativity is where it's at. It's just as important as our mental intellect, okay? Do you know that Black people are only here because of creativity, all right? Anti-Blackness, global anti-Blackness, and what slavery was, the hundreds of years of being enslaved and trafficked all over the world. Even now, Africa being farmed and mined and taken from all nations, stealing from Africa. Black people are under immense amount of things. We turn so many times to creativity to save our lives. When we think about jazz, blues, hip hop, and rock and roll, those are all considered true American art forms. And those art forms came from the community, the hands, the creativity, the heart, the pain, the trauma, the sadness of Black folk, okay? When we look at when any of those genres of music came about, there was something really dramatic and tragic going on within the Black community, and we birthed that. We birthed the blues, we birthed rock and roll, we birthed hip hop, we birthed all of those things. Creativity really literally does save your life. I am a poet. I am a burlesque dancer. I am an artist, which you guys are going to see more of that lately. I've relied on more of this artsy, not the artsy, but more of the witchy things and the motivational aspect. But I'm going to reintroduce you guys to who the hell I am. I'm a whole rapper. I'm a whole MC. A whole burlesque dancer. We'll get into that. But I can attest to the fact that art saves lives. Even I've increased my participation in my art, and even getting back to creating has just done so much for me. So art saves lives. Create. There are going to be those of us who create and we give it to millions. We give it to hundreds. We sell it. We create safe havens for other people with it. There are those of us who are just going to create for ourselves. There are those of us who are just going to create for inner circle. There are those of us who are only going to create for our ancestors. However and wherever you're being called to create, please do so, my loves. Please do so. Alrighty then, let's get into these affirmations. I want to thank you guys for already coming through with the financial appreciation. Thank you so much for those of you who've already done that. The PayPal is LadySpeech Sankofa at gmail.com. The Venmo is LadySpeech Sankofa, and the Cash App is LadySpeech. I appreciate y'all. All right. This is an appropriate affirmation to begin this year with. Repeat after me. I embrace new avenues of income. 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 Things are getting tight out there, so embrace new avenues of income. Some of you need to start your OnlyFans. I'm going to start my OnlyFans, and I actually don't mean that just in the sexual way. OnlyFans is actually a place for people to teach. There's people who teach yoga. There's people who teach classes. There are people who do a lot of things. You don't have to do just sexual things. I, of course, am going to do adult things on OnlyFans. Yes, I am. I'm going to read erotica to you and do some burlesque for you. You ain't going to see the full, you're not going to see all of that, but you're going to see some things. And I'm going to have some adult content for you. I miss burlesquing for you. So that's what I'm doing on my OnlyFans is my burlesque. And I'm also going to read nasty things. But you don't have to do that. You don't have to take off your clothes on OnlyFans. You can teach a skill. You can do a lot of things. There's a lot of ways to embrace, streams of income, baby. So embrace new ways to get that income. Do what you have to do. Do what you have to do. And this is also a friendly reminder that sex work is work. And respect sex workers, okay? Here is another affirmation. But before we do that, let me hydrate with my witch's brew. Again, shout out to Amanda for my lovely present. I love you, girl. All right, this affirmation says, I have my back. Repeat after me. I have my back. 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 Do you have your own back in this piece? You could be asking for your community to have your back, your spouse to have your back, your mama to have your back, your daddy to have your back, but do you have your own back? Oftentimes, we out here self-sabotaging. We ain't got our own backs, and we mad because other people don't have our backs. Do you have your own back? Make sure you have your own back. I had to remind myself the other day, I was like, the universe is working for your highest good, and speech, you better make sure you're out here working for your highest good too. Because what good is it for these people to be working overtime if you're not working overtime? So have your own back. Okay, let's get into the next part of this reading. I cannot wait till we can travel again. I'm gonna see so many of you. I'm getting out of here. I am getting out of here, and I'm gonna come and do a tour and probably just be gone for like a year and a half. Just be gone. So it's going to be great, but let's move on. We're going to get into the message from the Animal Guides deck, the Meerkat. Get support from a trusted group of like-minded friends. Get support from a trusted group of like-minded friends, okay? 2020 should have taught you to clean house, all right? Get support from people who believe in you, who want to uplift you, who are not going to blow sunshine up your booty, okay? They're going to tell you when you're doing wrong. They're going to tell you, give you constructive criticism, all right? They're going to uplift you, support your dreams, your goals, your wants, your desires, okay? Get support from people that you can lean on, whether that is you can physically lean on them, whether you guys are connecting on Zoom, however you can get support, okay? Make sure you are with like minds. We rise as a village. You are, as it turns out, your brother's keeper. You are your sister's keeper. Your sister is your keeper. Your brother is your keeper. You are your sibling's keeper, and your sibling is your keeper. Okay, do you understand me? We come up together. This 2020 should have showed all of us that governments can't be trusted, but a good village will keep you from being hungry. And if nothing else, a good village will keep you from dying alone in this piece. And sometimes that's what it's all about. So get support from a trusted group of like-minded friends. Do you hear me? And people who you cannot trust, people who you cannot depend on, don't need to be in your group. If you're one of those people who's always like, I'm always the strong one and no one's there for me, you need to change your group. I'm a strong bitch. I'm a strong goddess. I'm a strong king. And you best believe that I am surrounded by like-minded, strong people. I can lean on them just as much as they can lean on me. Now, I can't lean on everybody like that, but my personal circle, I can do so. And you deserve that same thing too. Let's move on to the chimpanzee. Use both your intuition and your intellect to solve the problem and get the answers to your questions. So you need to be practical and you need to be spiritual in this piece. Move forward. under the direction of your spirit guides, under the direction of your spiritual team, okay, and your intuition and your gut instinct, as well as practicality. This is about being about both minds and straddling both worlds. There are going to be times in business, there are going to be times in spirituality where your spirit is saying one thing and the practical thing is saying another, and you're going to need to lean more on your spirituality or more on your practicality. The point is, be of both minds in your life, okay? Synchronize yourself. Okay, there are going to be times when spirit is going to lead the way. Take the advice of spirit, take the advice of your intuition, use your intuition and your intellect. Sometimes it is about working it out in your head, and using that direction, using that mental prowess, and also your spiritual prowess. Do not discount your spiritual prowess, okay? Your intellectual mental prowess isn't the only thing that helps us survive life, all right? Lots of things help us survive life, all right? Let's get into it. We're going to do a couple more affirmations. This affirmation says, I live an abundant life. Repeat after me. I live an abundant life. 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 Are you currently looking at this through a smartphone? That's abundance. Are you looking at this through a computer? That's abundance. Do you have life? That's abundance. Can you see? That's abundance. Can you hear? That's abundance. Do you have skin? That's abundance. Do you have clothes on your back right now? That's abundance. Have you eaten in the last 24 hours? That's abundance. So you have an abundant life already, okay? An abundant life already. Let that be the foundation for you to help welcome more, all right? This affirmation says, I think positively and expect the best. Repeat after me. I think positively and expect the best. I think positively and expect the best. I speak positively and expect the best. I think positively and expect the best. I think positively and I expect the best. I think positively and I expect the best. Yes. All right. Cash App LadySpeech, Venmo LadySpeech, Sankofa, PayPal LadySpeech, Sankofa @gmail.com. Let's get into it. Let's continue. Aloneness. There is lonely and aloneness. Okay. What is the difference? Lonely is oftentimes we are not enough in our own space. We don't fill up the space around us. Alone is when we take up all the space when by ourselves. Alone is this acknowledgement that you are always an army of 10,000 with your ancestors and your spirit guides. Alone is when you can fill up every crevice in the room when it's just you. Aloneness is a fullness of yourself, and not in a conceited or a selfish way. This is a way where you fill up yourself. You are full of yourself. You are full of your talents, your gifts, your light, your shadow, your genius. Aloneness is something that we are all going to continue to partake in, and that we need to relish in, and that we need to learn to be one with again. We will be spending time alone. We should spend time alone. And there's different flavors of alone time. There is self-care alone time. There is spiritual alone time. There is reflective alone time. There is replenishing, rebuilding alone time. There is learning alone time. There's all types of aloneness that we can engage into. Engage in that. Engage in it in a joyful way. And if you are feeling lonely, look to that. Look to that. Look to that. And establish connection. Some of you, if you have been isolated, for some of you, this is a message about you have been a little bit too isolated. So we're going to go back to earlier in the reading when we had the meerkat, which is all about get support from a trusted group of like-minded individuals. So you need to have your village around you, and it also is a balance. It's a balance of being alone, allowing those times where you can be on your own and by yourself, but then also times when you can, commune with your community. So if you have been too isolated, if you are so silently suffering, you deserve help, my love. You deserve support. You deserve someone to listen to you. All right. So reach out. Okay. All right. Moment to moment, be here now. We have the two of the suit of rainbows, and this is all about being here now, being in the moment. Be here now, be in the moment. There are times when you are going to need to look to the future, vision for the future, manifest things for the future. And there are times where you need to be in the past to heal it, to examine it, to see how it affects your present day, how it's going to affect your future. When you need to review it, to heal the broken parts that have happened inside of the past. Other than that, you need to be here, be present, and be now. A lot of us have a hard time being in the moment because we are survivors. And a lot of the things that we survived by getting out of our body. I'm a survivor of child rape, child molestation, rape as a young woman, and sexual exploitation too early in the game. So I survived all that stuff, also severe abuse, all kinds of horrific things. Your auntie goddess Captain Speech earned these stripes. Trust and believe. But I survived all of those things by perfecting the art of getting out of my body, like a lot of us do. We disassociate, okay? We disassociate. We live in a society that completely bombards us a lot of times with trauma and pain, and we are not allowed to process world events, our own events, in ways that are healthy. So because of this, we all disassociate to some degree, shape, form, or capacity. This reminds us to be here, to call ourselves back to our bodies, to call ourselves back home, to call ourselves back in the moment, to be careful of if we are in and out of our bodies a lot, and not to judge ourselves if we have been out of our bodies. Things lately have been traumatic. Moment to moment. This is how you deal with addictions. This is how you deal with getting through a lot of things, is moment to moment breathing, just through this moment, functioning on, do you have what you need for here and now? Be here now. All right. All right. Let's do some more affirmations. Sunday service. How y'all doing? Y'all feeling this? I really appreciate being able to do this for you. So thank you for taking some time out with me and sharing some time in my world. I appreciate you. This affirmation says, I let go of my need to be right. Repeat after me. I let go of my need to be right. I let go of my need to be right. I let go of my need to be right. I let go of my need to be right. I let go of my need to be right. All right. Let's get into another affirmation. This affirmation says, my body is a gift, and I cherish its abilities, great and small. My body is a gift, and I cherish its abilities, great and small. My body is a gift, and I cherish its abilities, great and small. My body is a gift, and I cherish its abilities, great and small. All right. Let's get back into this reading. We have the storyteller into the Carolyn Myss deck. This was the Osho Zen deck. The storyteller. The light attributes are ability to express and experience life through symbols and stories. We all have an indigenous past and have an indigenous ancestry, and a big part of our indigenous past and ancestry is storytelling. A huge part of our current reality is actually storytelling. We see this in movies, we see this in books. Stories are important to us. The methods of sharing our stories have changed, but stories, telling stories and hearing stories are important to us in all capacities, to learn, to grow, to remember things, to pass down knowledge, to pass down remembrances of our people. Tell your story. Use your social media, use your creativity to tell your story, to speak your truth. Tell your story, write it down. Write it down in an autobiographical form. Write it down, tell parts of your story, tell your truth on your social media. Do not use your social media to keep up with the Joneses. One thing I'm really proud of myself in my social media is that it's never been fake. It's never been fake. And even though I know how to brand certain aspects of myself, best believe these aren't caricatures of me. These are who I am. These parts of me are who I am, very genuinely. So tell your story, speak your truth. Use your social media to speak your truth, good, bad, and ugly, and in between. Speak your truth to other people. Listen to the stories of others. The shadow attribute is making up tales that harm others. Why you always lying? Why you fucking lying? Ooh, why you lying? Why you always lying? Stop fucking lying. For those of you lying about things, quit doing that. Don't do that. Don't do that. And we're moving on to the warrior. Strength, skill, discipline, toughness of will, heroism, stoicism, self-sacrifice, and conquering the ego. We are all warriors in some way, shape, form, and capacity, and we all need to be prepared to stand up for each other. If you have a privilege, be aware of your privilege and use your privilege for someone who does not have that privilege and is persecuted. If you are a cisgendered person, you have cisgendered privilege. If you're a cisgendered passing person, you have cisgendered passing privilege. Are you able-bodied? Then you have able-bodied privilege, because there are people who are disabled, who don't have the privileges you do because our society is anti-disabled people. Are you white? You have white privilege. Are you white passing? You have white privilege. Are you light skin? You have light skin privilege. Are you male? Male passing. You have male privilege. Whatever privilege you have some. If you are American born, you have Western privilege. If you are in the country that you live in, you have that privilege. Point is, use your privilege to defend, to speak up for, to help out your brethren and sistren who are disadvantaged because they don't have your privilege, because this world is messed up in the way that it is set up. Be a warrior for yourself. Stand up for what is right. Stand up for what is right. Have strength of will and be self-sacrificing when it comes to conquering your ego. A warrior has to consistently check their ego, because they are here to do a purpose, to serve for other people, not just themselves. The shadow attributes is trading ethical principles for victory at any cost, indifference to the suffering inflicted by others. Stop turning a blind eye. No, you can't save the world, but you can contribute to your world in a positive form, shape, and capacity. You can be a positive effect on someone, and it is your duty to do so. Do you understand me? Also, trading ethical principles for victory at any cost. Warriors have ethics, morals, and standards that they adhere to, a code of conduct. There are certain things you should automatically, as a warrior, not do and not be okay with. Have that. And stand tall in it. And stand up for what you believe in. Okay? And stand up for other people. Let's do a couple more affirmations. This affirmation says, I deserve all that is good. Repeat after me. I deserve all that is good. 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 Well, thank you, Pauline. Pauline says, I look good. You think I look good in my outfit? I appreciate you. I'm feeling myself. Even if I can't, you know what? I have some cute clothes, and I just been letting them sit because I'm like, well, no one can see me. I'll just keep wearing the same like sweatsuit because it's comfortable. But like this year, I was like, you know what? No, it is a matter of people can't really see you. It is about like the fact that you look good. This makes you look good, okay? And so yeah, just wear your cute clothes, girl. Wear your cute clothes, and eventually you will be able to be seen by other people. So I appreciate you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate every single compliment. I do. There was a time when I absolutely hated myself. Can y'all believe that? There was a time, due to white supremacy, due to extreme body dysmorphia, that I did everything to harm this fat black body. There was a time when I just did not see how gorgeous, how beautiful I was, because I was still, deeply colonized and adhering to, the white standard and American Western standards of beauty. It wasn't until I just embarked on my super deep healing that really shifted in a good way. And I feel so amazing and so blessed. So thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It makes my younger self feel so good to be called beautiful and to know that you all genuinely think that of me. But even without y'all thinking it, like I think it. I really genuinely think it. I love my brown skin. I love my big nose. I love my lips. I love my kinky hair. Everything that I am came from an ancestor. There is no body part on me. There's no body part on me that is original. It all came from someone. And so when I hate any part of my body, I am hating the person that I inherited that from. And my ancestors are so beautiful, all of them. Well, not the racist ones. I am like 13% white, you know, and we all know that came from like the conquistador and the rape and the pillaging. I'm hella black. I don't acknowledge those ancestors. I acknowledge their great grandmothers and things. The real old school, you know, Scottish, Irish, Norwegian folks on the island who weren't colonized. Them is the white people I mess with in my ancestry. The racist ones, they like, I don't like you, and I'm like, I don't like you either. Okay? And it's also your fault while we're connected, so deal with that. I'm gonna give you hell, player. I'm gonna give you hell. So that's that. Let's do this other affirmation. This affirmation says, life is beautiful and rewarding. Repeat after me. Life is beautiful and rewarding. 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 All right, my loves, that's it for your reading. Thank you so much for your participation. You know I'm always here for you on Sweet Sunday Sermons. Or Sweet Sunday... I messed that all up. Sunday service. Spiritual tea Sundays. Oh, Lord. I'm calling so many things. I've called it so many things. We're finally settled on it's Sunday service where we spill the spiritual tea. Hello. So thank you for tuning in. If you would like a reading from me, they are $75 for an hour. I do them right now via Zoom, no readings in person, of course. So actually, this is wonderful because I'm able to read people from across countries. You know, I've read people in England and Scotland. It's been great. So, and America, of course, and Mexico, all over, darling, all over. So you can hit me up at LadySpeech@gmail.com for a reading. And I will, once we schedule that, I will send you a Zoom link and we will get that party started and all that good stuff. My readings are $75 for the hour again, and you can email me at LadySpeech@gmail.com. The website is coming soon, and you'll be able to, once that is established, you'll be able to book me via the website, okay? So that's that, my loves. Just in case no one has told you today, you are wonderful. You are absolutely amazing, okay? You're necessary. You're necessary on this planet. Thank you for surviving so much that has come to kill you, so much that has come to destroy you. You just put your middle finger up and you survived. And you survived. So thank you for that. I appreciate you, and the world does too. Someone said, do I offer any other services outside of readings? I do, actually. I have a whole other lot of services that I offer. Right now, for the next month, I'm just offering the readings. I'm going to go back to offering and advertising my other services when the website drops. I have a couple of very special projects beside the website that I'm working on, so I want to make sure those have my attention. And it's just, once the website drops, it'll be a lot better. It'll be easier and a lot more streamlined to book me for all these other services. I will be having not websites, I have several developed workshops that I'm offering in the new year for you guys, so look out for that. I have I have a couple of rituals that I'll be working and doing with people. I have a couple things that some coaching sessions, all kinds of stuff. So I've been working hard to streamline things and develop things for you. And as soon as this website drops, I'm going to offer all of that other stuff back, okay? So I appreciate you for asking, and I appreciate you for your support. So thank you, everyone, for your support. If you are an OG here, I want to thank you so deeply. If you followed me over from Instagram, if you found me from Facebook, thank you for your support. If you just randomly happened upon me on YouTube, thank you for that. I appreciate that. Thank you for sticking with me. Thank you for liking and subscribing. And thank you for your patience. I appreciate you. As far as this week goes, you can expect some affirmation ASMR videos from me. So that's going to drop at some point soon. And I definitely am going to be doing a Fat Girl Friday this week. So tune into my channel. Make sure you tune into my channel to check out some really good things. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you again for your support. My Cash App is LadySpeech. My Venmo is LadySpeech Sankofa. And the PayPal is LadySpeechSankofa@gmail.com. Thank you to each and every one of you so far that has sent me money at any time. But thank you to those of you who sent me money today for today's reading. All right. Happy New Year. New Year, new you, right? I usually really don't believe in that crap, but 2020 was a whole shit show. And why not use any excuse to refresh? Okay, you can always start over at any time. You can start over. So let's use this as an opportunity to start over and new and all that good stuff. I love you all, and I'll see you soon. Mwah! Peace.